So today we stand with the workers from General Motors plants all across the world. There are actions happening in all sorts of cities and all sorts of countries. We stand with the workers from Colombia, from Brazil, from Argentina, from Germany, France, Italy, Korea.
This is the International Manifesto in Defense of Workers at General Motors. All of us, union members, activists, and workers from car makers of Brazil, USA, Colombia, Argentina, Germany, Spain, Italy, and France, are today holding a very important action against the attacks which the multinational General Motors has committed against the workers of its plants around the world. We've realized that GM has operated a worldwide restructuring plan. They want us to pay for a crisis we are not responsible for. Such attacks result in worsened working conditions, reduction of labor rights, pay cuts, full or partial closure of productive units, and thousands of layoffs around the world. In Colombia, the workers are highly exploited, with hundreds of workers injured who are then fired by the company without any compensation. The company in turn denies being responsible for such injuries and fires the worker in spite of legal prohibition in many countries. For this reason, we uphold that working must be a means of supporting one's family, not a source of diseases and deaths. We demand healthier working and safety conditions in GM plants and the end of the persecution of injured workers or victims of labor accidents. Those who were fired must be hired back.
Yeah, in Detroit, a whole bunch of auto workers have been standing up with the Colombian auto workers who are facing such extreme conditions that their bodies are destroyed on the job and then they're fired for their injuries. The auto workers in Detroit see the connection between what they're facing in their own plants and what's going on in Colombia. We painted our faces like skeletons today because we are trying to symbolize what's going on for these workers from Mazotrecol, from the General Motors plant in Colombia. They were fired for their injuries and they were left without anything. They didn't get any sort of workman's comp, and now their families are going hungry. They have no way of paying for their medical needs, and so at this point they've had to sew their mouths closed and go on a hunger strike to try to get General Motors to do the right thing. Jorge Parra is today on his 65th day of hunger strike. He's reaching the end of what a human being can go through as far as the length of time that somebody can go without eating. He is demanding that General Motors sit down and resolve this situation. And he is doing this because his back is to the wall. He was fired for the injuries that he got on the job. He has no way of making an income. He has a daughter to support. It's the same as all of these workers. All of these workers are dads and they're trying to provide for their kids. So we're here today to really show General Motors that the people of Portland are not okay with their behavior. What General Motors needs to do now is they need to return to the table. They need to negotiate. They need to finish the job that they already started.